just from the zooming in on a close-up of this young lad's fingernails.
Going on from that, I was watching a programme about the police in Merthyr Tydfil the other night. One of these
Merthyr Tydfil?
Spy camera type things, camera on the spy on the, what do you call it, fly on the wall things. Yeah. And it was something about how their policing tactics are totally different, because the kids there don't really often go out into town, and they know them all from school. Yeah. And they're all good guys, they said, the police, and they all call them with their Christian names when they arrest them for robbing a post office and things like this. And it was similar sort of thing to what you're saying. They recognised little small aspects, and they knew them because they intimately know these people, and they bring them in.
But I mean, this is when I was a little lad growing up in London. You know, I mean, we had exactly the same thing, because you knew who the village, well, not the village obviously because it's London, but you knew who the local bobby
but there were villages, weren't there?
And he knew who you were as well. You know? So if anything went missing or whatever, or he'd
be the first one he comes through.
He'd go banging on the door, and that would be it. It's just interesting. A couple of things about Strictly actually, which I really can't see, and I can't stand. I keep putting the stuff on Facebook about it. I do apologise. I'll be putting some more stuff on it tonight about Strictly as well. But booted off apparently last weekend. I didn't know, but the Reverend Richard Coles, 55, says his mother has proved less than supportive. Having made his final appearance in the show in a blonde hairpiece while performing a Flash Gordon-inspired Paso Doble, he later revealed her blunt assessment. Your wig, which was terrible, was the best thing about it. Which I thought was very well done, Mrs. Coles. That was very, very good comment on. And going back,
because he was in Communards, wasn't he? This guy.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, and he's gay as well.
Yeah,
it's good luck.
Well, that's his choice.
Yep. But there's another one here, which is interesting, and we all know her actually. But finally admitting that her time on Strictly last year led to marital problems with ex-footballer Jamie Redknapp.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, one time pop star Louise Redknapp had previously been dismissive about the programme's so-called curse on relationships. The curse of Strictly doesn't worry me, she said while competing on the BBC One series in 2016, adding, I've been married for 19 years to my best friend, and Jamie's my world, so it doesn't bother me at all.
Not anymore, though.
Well, now that's it. Living apart from Jamie, she confesses her inspiring time on the show left her unwilling to return to domestic life. The Strictly curse should not be underestimated.
Unwilling to return to domestic life? What does she mean by that?
Well, that's a comment from her. I mean, I don't think she, Louise, knows anything about domestic life.
I shouldn't think so.
I imagine that when you're involved in something like Strictly, it's all encompassing. You are. You're in a sort of a bubble, and that world has its own hierarchy, and it's a lot of fun. I imagine it's just great fun. It's all consuming. You've got people around you.
You've got to get bored, don't they? This is when the trouble starts.
And then when, I mean, people. You put a lot of people. They're gregarious people into a confined environment. All sorts of things can happen.
Lord, Mr. Manners using some big words this morning.
Can we look that one up?
Patricia, Pat, I hope you're listening to what your brother's saying this morning. I mean, gregarious. I mean, I didn't even know what that means.
I thought they did chanting, didn't they? Gregarious chant.
Well, there we go. Later on this morning at 10 o'clock through till 12 o'clock, we got Decades with Charlotte and Dave. Then 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock this afternoon, All Sorts Weekly Showcase with DJ Digital. Good programme to listen to as well. Then at 7 o'clock through until 9 o'clock tonight is Roots, Soul, Rhythm and Blues with Erica Gordon.
Mm-hmm. But first of all, to say good morning to Kevin, our fourth member, who's not here today. He's probably out with called. Oh no, he's on holiday, I think.
No,
he's gone to Mansfield or somewhere. Not Mansfield.
I think he's gone
Chesterfield. He's in Chesterfield.
He's
today.
going on holiday next week, I think.
Yes, but he's in Chesterfield today.
Oh, is he? Oh, right. Yeah, I like that really. We invite a bloke onto the show. He comes on, thoroughly enjoys himself, and then just buggers off.
Well, it's a bit like me, really, isn't it?
Well, yes, you kindly announced this morning. When you told me yesterday that you booked a luxury apartment on the continent.
What says luxury?
For a month, and I didn't want to go into too many details, because if your wife was listening and that, and I know she gets paranoid when you go away, but so that's why it's on the continent.
She's paranoid all the time.
You casually announced that you'll be away for the whole of June next month, 4 weeks, because that's what you booked it for. And then you cancel your shopping this morning. I'll probably be 5 weeks, actually.
Yeah, but you get burnt out on this show, don't you? You have to take a break to keep fresh.
Yeah.
Don't you agree?
Oh, absolutely.
That's probably my problem then. I've been doing it too long and I'm not very fresh.
Yes, but you have other ways. You have other ways of keeping fresh, don't you? With your shorts and your tutu.
What, you mean having a shower and things like that?
Would you do that?
Occasionally. When my wife tells me to,
You don't normally listen to what she tells you to do.
Well, I do when she does that,
Come on, gentlemen. All this domestic bliss is fine. Where's the challenge, Mike, this morning?
Where's the challenge? Right, okay, then we've got...
the challenge was I was looking for a Cliff Richard track and I can't find it. I thought there might be one on this Heartbeat.
Never mind, Mark.
We're all going on a summer holiday. No more working for a week or two.
Well, we'll just take them out, so that's simple. Yeah. It's wonderful when I got the controls, and they're still singing away, and they've got to the third verse now, but there we are. I don't know whether you've been along to a big supermarket called Morrison's.
Are you talking to us?
Oh, you're back now. You finished singing, have you? Okay. Back.
We enjoyed that, our Cliff Richard moment.
You're back from your summer holiday, right? Okay. Yeah. Morrison's, apparently, they have brought out a tear gas curry.
What?
It's a ready meal that apparently could stop a riot. Things are heating up for curry lovers after a store chain yesterday launched and it's called the Volcanic Vindaloo.
My word.
It is the hottest curry ever sold in a UK supermarket. The red hot ready meal is made using the Naga chili, which apparently is 200 times hotter than a jalapeno pepper or Tabasco sauce.
No, that's a person on breakfast, isn't it? Naga.
The Naga has a ferocious rating of up to 1 million on the Scoville scale, which measures the heat of peppers.
1 million?
Yeah. Some varieties of Naga chilies are hotter than weapons-grade pepper spray, which is set off to stop riots, and others have been used to develop tear gas. And this Volcanic Vindaloo at £1.50 is so powerful its packaging carries a warning along with a 6 chili rating.
Vindaloo. Does it not burn its way through the packaging?
Well, I don't know, because I would have thought that it's probably I don't know, it must be a sort of volcanic ash made package or something.
Moving on from this and burns and things is they're now saying about acid attacks again, aren't they? This morning they're now going to bring in a 4-year mandatory sentence for anybody carrying.
Good.
Absolutely right. Carrying any substance that is likely to be sprayed in somebody's face to burn them. Because of bleaches and stuff.
And I think during the course of that 4 years, they should be forced to eat Morrison's curries every day.
And sprayed with their own ammonium.
Yeah.
Well, I must admit, I do like curry, but it's not very often that I get it, because my wife doesn't like curry. She doesn't like any spicy food, so therefore
I love spicy food.
Yeah, so do I. But
Morrison's are recommending that only people over 16 actually have this product.
Well, I'm not surprised.
They're putting an age limit on it.
I'm not surprised.
You see, my wife doesn't like things that are too spicy. She doesn't like curries. But we've got chili con carne, but the sauce she makes is never hot enough for me, so I have to add to it.
What do you add? Tabasco or something?
No, that's not even hot. I bought a very spicy dip sauce last night. Very hot.
Oh, so you can dip it in it.
Yeah, well, pour it on it.
Yeah, I've got some chilies indoors actually.
So have I.
I should bring some into you next week.
You know what to do if your mouth is burning.
Yeah, drink milk.
Don't drink milk. Don't drink water.
Don't drink water. No, drink milk.
And certainly don't rub your eyes when you've been cutting chilies, as I've done several times.
I've done all of the above.
Do you know? Funny enough, it was only last year that I did it, and I actually, yes, I knew don't touch your eyes, so I chopped all these chilies up and all the rest of it, and then I went and thoroughly washed my hands. After I'd rubbed my eye.
You should wash them in milk.
After I'd rubbed my eye, and of course, flipping it. So I went and I scrubbed my hands and I washed them in detergent and soap and
didn't make any difference, does it?
No, and funny, and this is like about 6 hours later. I'm in the pub and I'm telling my good mates, and I said, of course, what I did, was I rubbed my eye, and so I put my hand up and rubbed my eye.
For showing. And then you shook hands with him.
It was there. It was terrible.
Thus an epidemic began.
Well, so they say.
There's not much in the news this week, is there?
There's quite a lot of things that we can be talking about.
North Korea's died down a bit, isn't it? Apart from the Americans now saying they're going to overfly South Korea to show their strengths, aren't they?
I'd forget all this rubbish now. You know, you've got President Trump talking about tearing up the agreement with Iran and all the rest of it. You know, well, he can't actually do that because it's a bilateral agreement, so it's got nothing to do with the United States of America. They can do whatever they like. You know, it doesn't make any difference because the rest of them won't. A sauna twice a week. We were talking about showers, now, weren't we? A sauna twice a week could slash the risk of catching pneumonia.
Slash your wrists?
Yes. You know, a study of nearly 2,000 men aged 42 to 61. I don't know why they bother giving his age down there, but it was by Bristol University and the University of Eastern Finland. Found that those who had a sauna 4 times a week for no more than 15 minutes were less vulnerable to the disease.
Do you have to go out in the snow and beat yourself with birch twigs as well?
Sauna bathing is well tolerated by most people, said the research team, and other studies have found saunas can cut high blood pressure and prevent asthma.
Hang on a minute, I've had a pneumonia jab, haven't you? I think you did, didn't you?
Probably, yeah.
I've got my flu jab today.
But, you know, I just wish there were more saunas in this country. I'd love to have a sauna in my back garden.
Well, we used to stay at a hotel over in northern France, just near Calais, and they used to have a sauna there, but last time we stayed there, they'd taken it out.
Really?
Yeah, I'm always worried about getting trapped in these things because the doors are always very stiff to open, aren't they? Because they're going to have this seal on there to keep the heat in. And they think, it's not going to open.
Don't worry me.
Well, you get in one of these steam boxes where they shut the front doors and you're sitting in this with just your head protruded, and then somebody comes and puts a broom handle between the handles.
I've never been in one of those before.
No, I wouldn't either.
I have been in saunas though.
Yeah, I used to go in the sauna quite a bit.
I like saunas.
So do I. What, steam rooms?
Yeah, steam rooms good.
Well, steam rooms and saunas are the same thing.
I'll tell you what I haven't done and I'd like to do is have a proper Nordic sauna where you go into the sauna, get hot, and then come out and roll in the snow.
That's what you're saying. Yeah, I'm being beaten with twigs.
Yeah,
that'd appeal to you, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the trouble is,
why don't you have one?
The trouble is, you have to be.
I don't know. I've had lots of saunas, but they've never been
twigged.
No, I've never been. Yeah, well, no, I have actually had some. Because
now we're getting to the truth.
Yes, it's all coming back to me. Isn't it something like some plant? Is it?
It's birch, I think.
Is it birch?
Yeah, birch trees, aren't they?
Oh yes. No, I had something that gave off a smell.
Possibly.
And it was.
That's you after you've been hit.
It was like a mint.
Don't you then jump in cold water?
Like a minty smell or something. I don't know. Don't remember. But it was saunas. Yes, there are saunas in Milton Keynes.
Yeah, of course so.
Yeah, you can go for a sauna.
Well, I had to go at Living Hell. When I was a member of Living Hell, we used to have a sauna there.
Yeah, I had one of the most expensive saunas in the world, actually.
What's that?
Well, myself and a colleague decided that we were going to go and join the gym in the city centre.
Oh, yes.
And we signed up and we paid our £160 membership.
Never went again.
And we the first time we went there, we had this brilliant sauna, and it was great. It was fantastic. And then we never went back. So I had the £160 sauna.
This is how they make their money, isn't it?
Yeah.
I used to go quite regularly initially, but then I stopped going. Of course, I was paying a membership fee as well, monthly, and it was a waste of money, wasn't it?
I joined as well once to try and get a little fitter than I am now, you know. But what I didn't like was the torture that you get from these personal trainers.
Oh yeah.
You know, these little lads that come and they sit there, and you're on the bicycle, and you've done about 400 miles, you know, and then they go, no, do another 20 minutes. You know,
you do wonder how good they are and if they're going to do you harm.
Well, it's very, very true. You know, I mean, and you know, when you do press ups and things like that.
I'm just trying to picture us in the gym.
Hey, that would be a picture worth taking, wouldn't it?
I don't think so.
No, I think the trouble is, I wouldn't mind a sauna like Alan's been explaining. You know, where you go in and then you come out and you jump into an ice cold pool or you roll around in the snow. But the only thing that would put me off with that is the fact that you actually have to do it, you know, in the nude.
I thought you'd like that, Mike.
You have to be naked.
I thought you'd like that. Yeah, but then the ladies are too.
I know, but that's what would make it even worse.
But you get there in the old cold, you know, and it's...
I did stay at a hotel in Germany once, and...
we have ways.
Yeah, we certainly do. I tell you, was it Austria? Which is near Germany.
Well, they're the same, aren't they, really?
Very similar. And I was in the hotel, and there was a big sign saying sauna, and I thought, well, that sounds good, I shall go in there and have a sauna. And I walked in there, and